So hey guys, this is gonna be another Tima Talks video, and it's gonna be about the power of social media. Yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about, because social media is part of our lives, especially if you're like me and you're making YouTube videos, or you have an Instagram, or you have a Facebook, or you have a Twitter. Like, it's a part of your life. Like, I know when I first went to high school, even like our teachers had Twitter, so we followed them on Twitter to know about like school stuff. Like, Twitter is, I mean, not only Twitter, social media surrounds like every aspect of our lives basically. So it's like all around us, and we know what's going on social media basically. But yeah, this is gonna be about me, kinda. And like, I know you guys have noticed, well, if you've been following me since my first video, I don't remember what my first video was, but yeah, you've noticed that like previously my uploading pattern has been, yeah, well, you've noticed. But yeah, and that was just because I was like really discouraged about like why I was doing this, and why did I decide to do this? Why was I really doing this? Like, basically I was comparing my chapter 1 to everyone else's chapter 22. I mean, yeah, 22. Which is basically what you should never do. If you ever learn anything from me on this channel, that's something that you should remember. Don't ever compare yourself, because comparing yourself like is just a thief of all your happiness. Like, comparing yourself just makes you miserable and unhappy, because you're always thinking about what other people have, and you're kind of blindsided and like unaware that you have things too, and you can utilize what you have, which is basically where I was. I was like, oh, I need to get like all this fancy equipment to like make my videos better. Like, I forgot the reason why I started my YouTube channel, which was to help people like me who didn't know what they were like doing with makeup. Because when I first, like, even now, I would not even call myself a makeup artist or a professional at all, because I'm not. But when I started doing makeup, I remember the first product that I got, foundation, was MAC, and I remember it was like the liquid foundation, and I had no idea, like, with undertones and stuff. And like MAC, if you know MAC products, they're like, especially their foundations are like red undertoned. So I would just smack this stuff on my face, and I'd be walking and my face would look red, and I thought I was the ish. Like, I was walking around like I was all of that. Like, I was like, yes, me with my foundation though, like, I'm the shiz and you're jealous. And I would put so much of this foundation on my face though. Like, looking back, I'm just like, oh my god, like, why didn't anyone tell me? Like, no one told me that. Like, my face, looking back, my face looked red. It was so red. Like, and I didn't even set it. Like, I would just walk around with like red face foundation, and I thought I was the ish. And looking back now, I don't. But basically, I learned and I grew, and I'm still learning, as you guys will watch me make the most epic fails of my life. But that's okay, because my suffering will benefit you guys, and you guys can learn from that and all that. And yeah, and that's basically why I started my channel. And I kind of lost sight of that by comparing myself to other people. And like, mostly I was like, oh, I really want my video qualities to be better, and I was like, oh, I need to get a camera, I need to do this, like, and I was basically putting on hold making any videos until I got that, which looking back, that really wasn't necessary, because there was resources that I had that I could have utilized, like I'm doing right now. Like, I was worried about like lighting and setting, and I'm using natural light right now, and I felt like I had to go buy like lights and all that stuff. Like, eventually I can do that later on, but like for right now I could just use what I have and stuff. But I was always like looking at other people's videos, and I was like comparing like my makeup to theirs, and it's like, these people have been doing makeup for like ever, and I started doing makeup when I was like 13, so that was like 5 years ago. Like, I still got a long way to go. And yeah, people are always are different skill sets too when it comes to makeup, but yeah, I was just comparing myself a lot, and it was, so I like put on hold doing videos, and I was really contemplating deleting my channel. Some of you who are watching this probably know that I was contemplating deleting my channel, like my close friends, if you're watching this. But yeah, I was contemplating that, and it was crazy, like the stress. I just felt like the content that I wasn't putting out there wasn't good enough, and I knew that I could do better. But, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, obviously I'm not gonna, like, I have to progress with what I'm doing. So yeah, like my first video was terrible. I had a lamp light, it was bad. But now, like, my other videos are gonna be better. Like, it's gonna be good to look back on my channel and notice that the progression that I've made and how far I've come from my first video to like my 50th video, if I make 50 videos. I don't know how many videos I'm gonna make, but yeah, that's the point. And it just made me think a lot about like social media, basically, and how much it could like impact you. Like, I know like comments and stuff and how many likes you get and how many subscribers and stuff you get are such a big deal. And I'm not even gonna lie, like, yeah, like with my Instagram followers and stuff like that, sure, like, if you have like less than 100 followers and your friends have like 300 followers, you're gonna feel some type of way. But I really don't think, like, and I'm not gonna be here and be a hypocrite and be like, oh, followers don't matter to me and all that stuff, because at some point it did, and maybe it does now. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because that's not who I am. But yeah, it's heartbreaking that social media, like comments and likes and followers, subscribers, you know, all of that can like affect us in this way. Like, social media was meant to be a good thing, and it is a good thing. It's useful for a lot of good things, like spreading out messages about good causes, all of that, connecting with people like people on YouTube do, learning new things. Like when I was transitioning, YouTube was like my savior, because I had no idea what I was going to do with my hair. Like, it was crazy. Stuff like that, sharing ideas, like techniques and all of that, and it's good. But also there's a downside to it when you're forced to see other people's lives, like with Instagram and stuff, like people open up their lives, or like blogging, or yeah, people open up their lives to you, so you get to see that, and then people start comparing, and they're like, well, this person's traveling here, and this person's doing this, and this person's always going here and that, and it's just, it can be very detrimental to like a person, and it's just like, you start to feel some type of way, because then you're like, oh, their life is so awesome, but mine isn't. And then it's like, but the thing again is, people only show you what they want you to see, so you're only seeing part of that person's life. Like, I love Rihanna's song, oh my gosh, I forget the name of the song, but it's such a good song too. I'm gonna like put the name below in the description box. But yeah, it talks about like how people are judging her and they only see one part of her. Like, basically that's how social media is. You're not seeing the whole person's life, you're only seeing a specific part of their life, part of what they're enjoying. So it's like, and I know it's easy to forget that when you're going through your newsfeed and you're seeing all these people, all these like models or stuff, like, because a lot of us follow like celebrities or all of that, so it's like easy to look through the, like, scrolling through your newsfeed and looking at these people's lives and like being envious, because, you know, but then you can't let that get to you, because maybe they're at that point, like I said, maybe they're on their chapter 21 and you're just starting out on your chapter 1, so you still have a long way to go. You have 20 chapters to go. You don't know what you could do in those 20 chapters. You become a millionaire, you could become famous, you have no idea what your life has in store for you. So basically what I'm trying to say is, we shouldn't like allow social media to have that effect on us. Like, I'm not saying cut out social media, don't go on social media, because that's not realistic for some people. But try to keep in mind when you're scrolling through your newsfeed that people only show you what they want you to see. And try not to compare yourself. Like, even I'm guilty of doing it, like I said, but it's something we gotta work on. Even I have to work on it. Like, I'm talking, this video is not even just for you guys, this video is for me too, for me to, like, this is me talking to myself. Like, even if I could talk to, like, my younger self when I first started getting on social media, this is me, like, what I would say to my younger self when I first started getting involved with that. But yeah, it's easy to forget things like that when you're on the internet. But, you know, it's the internet. Then again, it's not real life. But yeah, I just felt like I had to make this video because, like, I was just thinking about, me and my friend were talking about, well, I was talking to my friend about, like, how I didn't feel like doing my YouTube channel anymore, and then someone commented on it, and, like, the timing of that comment was so good, but then I was looking back on it, and I was like, why is this, like, this is a fact, like, okay, I was just thinking about, like, how social media, like, approval on social media and all of that has the power to affect us in that way. And I'm not saying that I'm not thankful for comments. Like, I'm thankful for that person who commented on my channel, because I was in a place where I needed to hear that. I really did. And it allowed me to realize that I need to push through and I cannot give up. Because there's actually, even if there's only one person watching this video, there's someone out there who is wanting to know what's going on in this crazy little mind over here, or wanting to know something that I might say in a video or something. But yeah, that, like, helped me push through. But I was just also thinking about the flip side, which is, like, the effect that it had on me and why it had such a big effect that I wasn't receiving, like, feedback and approval. But now I'm back and I've got out of my head and I'm here to show you guys my crazy way of thinking and how I smack on this mask. You know, even if I mess up, you guys could learn what not to do, what to do. Yeah. So, thank you for watching this video, and I love you guys.